So apparently we just discovered Dyson Spheres, massive megastructures built by advanced alien civilizations. Hey nerds, I'm Abby, I'm a physicist, and today I'd like to talk about why it's okay to be excited about this, but please, manage your expectations. Now this story's been gaining traction in the last week after CNN and NBC News published videos and articles about it, coming in hot, just 1 month behind all the other major news outlets. Because back in May, New Scientist published this article. Now the general idea of a Dyson sphere is really well known in sci-fi circles. It was back in the 60s when Freeman Dyson proposed that a sufficiently advanced civilization should have developed enough technology to be able to encircle their star. Now what he meant was that eventually the Earth would not be able to sustain all the life that's on it, and so building a structure around the sun would give humanity more real estate. Now it quickly became clear that we couldn't actually do this within our solar system because there just isn't enough material in the entire mass of everything contained within the solar system to create a Dyson sphere around the sun. What we could do is potentially build a Dyson swarm. This would be more like a satellite constellation or O'Neill cylinders or even Niven rings. So could the same be said for other star systems out there? Now when we look at a star, we detect fairly characteristic signatures of light all across the electromagnetic spectrum, and depending on their temperature, they'll have a spike in different regions. Red dwarfs have a peak in the infrared region, yellow stars like our sun peak in the visible region, and blue giants will peak in the UV region. If a star was partially obscured by a Dyson swarm, the swarm would absorb the energy from the star and then emit heat in the form of infrared light. So detecting excess infrared energy could be a technosignature. And this is something that we would look for when trying to identify potential life in the galaxy. Now the study they talk about in this article found 7 red dwarfs that had an infrared signature 60 times brighter than expected, which translates as a temperature of 25 degrees, and this is consistent with the expectations for a Dyson swarm. Now before you get too excited, there are potential natural causes. So the first thing is it could be that the stars are surrounded by hot planet-forming debris disks. However, most of them are too old for this to be the case. Another reason though is that each of the stars could just be positioned in front of a distant galaxy, which would then give off an infrared glow. Or it could be a natural process that's actually unknown to us. We can't always jump to aliens, but the amazing thing is that while it's likely to be a natural process, it's possible that it could in fact be a technosignature. But don't take that and just run with it. I'm saying it's possible, not that it's likely, not that it's evidence, not that it's proof in any way. A lot more study would need to be done to start to identify these spikes and rule out other possibilities before we could ever start to run away with our sci-fi imaginations. But still really cool. Oh yeah, follow me, do it for science.
Grr, arg.